I actually got all my lights hooked up now. So I don't think I covered it in the last two videos of these. Here. But on the, and I called it Get Freaky. Get Freaky is not it. It's a local EDC concert. Anyway, so freakyparts.co.uk, I believe is what it is, or it's freakyparts.uk. They have it on their website to mill this portion down for obvious reasons. I don't believe that this one is on tight. Let me see, hold on. Stare at it tight. Oops, put the flash on, whatever. Anyway, so this is how they show up. And clearly you can see what I'm talking about. I don't have the pads in this one for obvious reasons, but I wanted to make sure that I can get the grind down on that before I do it on this, which is right. I haven't test fitted. This one clears. This driver's side is completely clearing my wheel now. I haven't done this one yet. We will sand them. I got a new paint coming for it. I'm kind of excited. Behind it, with the color of the car and the wheels and everything, it'll stand out way more than it should actually do. But one other thing that was brought to my attention was running, got metal shavings in my beard, my brake master cylinder. We may have to upgrade it, and I'm curious on how that's going to be possible, considering they're saying to use a E65 is what I was reading on a couple of the forums. E65 brake master cylinder, it bumps it up to like 27 and 22, 27 front, 27 millimeter overall cylinder diameter versus 22, which is this one, and an M5 or an M3 is 25 millimeters. So to go with that, I might go with the bigger one. I may have to make a couple hardline adapters because, or something. Like I'll probably make a couple of them because I have plenty of tubing right here to do that whole plastic roll right there. Buy some flared fittings that will utilize all of this together however it utilizes, but the E65, the one side's on this side, not this side. So where this one has it on two, this one's, everything's on this side, and the other one, it's got one plunger on that side. So I'm curious on how that's going to work, but I'll adventure into that. The other option that I thought about was running an E39 or E53, because finding those in the junkyard is really common. But it too is like a 25 or 27 millimeter size master cylinder. So otherwise, these will look cool, but you know, there really won't be any performance to it. So that's what it comes down to. Let's hope I can get the rears on tonight, and then I can keep this video going for a little bit. Try not to bore you guys with repeat bullshit. All right, that took a lot longer than I wanted than it did. A couple of seconds for you, but anyway, back to it. These are the rallyroad with the 750. Small hiccup. Actually, a couple of hiccups. I lied. Well, at the same time, I was misinformed. So, you get to modify your dust shield. I did it. I still wanted to retain it. So, for, you know, because that reason. It's a dust shield. Keeps bigger objects out of your way. Anyway, I ordered up some 750i parking brake shoes because, once again, they don't fit. I don't know if they actually fit on the E46. I mean, I can try it since I have those, but I don't have the pads, so that's where I fall short. Definitely I'm gonna say if you're running an E46 with these, your dust shield's gonna have to go. It's gonna have to go. It's not gonna work. Just gonna let you know from current experience with this one. This actually sucked because the instructions didn't tell me. Well, they don't really tell you much. They just say if you may or may not need to shim your caliper away from or towards the rotor to center it. It looks like it's pretty centered. I'll find out when I get the new pads in. But it looks pretty centered. Maybe I'll put a... So, we'll measure it. But, yeah. So, anyway. So, there it is. I need to put this bracket back on so I can put that back on. Passenger side is complete. Well, I lied. It's not. I thought I had it back together on the other side. I'm wrong. Again, wrong twice today. I made a mess, a glitter mess, because I was, like I said, I had to keep my 18s because I don't want to run 19s. Personal preference. It is my thing. It is my car. We're going to run the 18s. It was very, very little sanding. That, like I said, I showed it and talked about it in the first video, but that's all of that fun stuff. The goodies for this car finally showed up while we were fiddle farting with the car. So he's got all his coilover systems that he wanted to run. Stewart water pump for that motor. I'm gonna do the lollipop offsets, so that's gonna get fun. And then hoping my other buddy that's gonna be doing it has a turbo 46 will come and grab those. Says he is, so let's pray he makes it here before anybody else buys it. I did get my new Guibo, so that whole debate, because this one's trashed, we will be able to throw this bad boy on, so that'll be nice now that I know what I got to tackle on the other side. But there it is. So your 6-piston, 4-piston. Some friends of the drift community reached out to me and told me that I should upgrade my master cylinder to a M3 or equivalent to gain 3 millimeters for the front bias, and that's about all. We'll see how I feel about it. I'm not tracking this car. I don't drift this car. I don't heartbeat on it. I actually more or less daily drive the car. So feedback is fine. I reached out to a guy that has one. He's locally. I'm going to see if I can snag it from him for hopefully not a lot, because I saw how much they are online. Anyway, there's some other people that were talking about running an E53 or an E65 master cylinder, which changes it to 27 by 22. So that's even bigger and definitely going to be a stiff brake pedal where I headbutt in the windshield, and if not, check my oil while I'm on the ground on the after brake checking myself. So look at my brakes wrong and I'll be able to have my back hurt even more. But that's all of that fun stuff said and done. We will, hopefully that helps, again, clear things up that I don't think it gets covered, but I don't think anybody's documented this whole process. So again, this is a non-M car. Your knuckles, you could probably actually get away with the square knuckles, to be honest with you. I was looking at the bracketry, and where it mounts is obviously square. So you won't have to round it off, but there's your M3 knuckle. It's the same as the 330. The rear, on the other hand, if you want to run the M3s, run the M3s, but realize what you're going to end up doing no matter what. You're going to cut it, but the smaller parking brake is what I was hoping for, but clearly it didn't work. I even grabbed my original parking brakes because I had an issue back in the day where something broke and I had to replace them. And I just held onto the pads because they had a lot of life. But for 20 bucks, I was like, yeah, what's the worst that can happen? So, well, I believe that's everything. Again, stay tuned for more. Hopefully I can record this as it goes along. And hopefully somebody else does something crazy, because if I can figure out how to do the Madman brake master cylinder, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make these brakes actually function the way they should, where they are going to be awesome the entire time. Until next time.